Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all doing well and have been having a wonderful little Monday, a nice start of the week for all of you, I hope. I've been having a pretty good week, or pretty good start of the week. Ooh, I can hear myself. I just realized I hadn't muted my stream on my phone. Things are going live, and welcome everyone, the 35 of you who are excited to find out how we would have voted back on Saturday night. Basically, this stream is probably going to be kind of long because, the voting sessions over here in this community are quite old, or quite long. That's what I wanted to say. They usually take some time, and there are 5 of them. Well, 3 like big ones, and then we got 2 little qualifier reveals that Darren has prepared for us. So basically what happened on Saturday was that there were a bunch of national finals. There were 6 of them. Unfortunately, I guess, we've kind of actually, it's a bit unfair, but we've kind of just ignored whatever happened in Lithuania because I haven't been able to keep up with it. And we haven't actually we haven't kept up since the first heat. And then it would kind of be weird to start, we're now selecting qualifiers from the 4th heat in Lithuania or wherever we're on. So Lithuania is kind of the one that we've skipped. Sorry. However, we have had a little voting session for Melodifestivalen, the first heat, the Supernova semifinal, and those are the 2 that we can kind of announce the qualifiers that we would have picked in this alternative universe, basically. And then the other 3 were, of course, finals. There was Belgium, there was Spain, and there was Slovenia. So we're gonna have full-on voting sessions for those. We'll see how long they take. There have been a lot of people helping out and voting to select the best of the best, the crème de la crème, or however you say it in French. But yes, we're starting off with the Melodifestivalen, which is, of course, Melodifestivalen, the first heat. The one selection that I was honestly most excited for, of course, because, I'm Swedish and I really, really like Melodifestivalen in general. And I thought that the first heat of Melodifestivalen, it was very much up my alley. It was something that I really, really loved. I thought all 6 of the songs from the Melodifestivalen first heat were really good. I thought that I'd say 3 of them in particular are going on loop on my playlist personally. And the other 3 are just they're pretty decent as well. So I'm just excited for Melodifestivalen in general this year. I gotta say, I'm excited to see what the next week has to offer. The press, or whatever kind of people they are, they get to hear the songs from the second heat tomorrow. So then you can read up a little bit of things about the songs, and then we can hear them, of course, on Wednesday, I believe. They release the snippets, and then midnight between Thursday and Friday they release the full songs. I will admit personally that I have not been able to vote in the Supernova voting that we've had because I have not had time to check out all 19 performances that were actually participating in Supernova back on Saturday. There's just no time for me to do that. There is, of course, also MESC, the first semi, taking place tomorrow. I kind of feel like I stress myself, I pressure myself into making content. I make something almost every day, really, and it's a lot. I enjoy making it, but it's a lot of things going on in here while also keeping up with my full-time job, of course. And I feel like I need to make a tier list video for MESC. So I'm kind of focusing a lot on that as well. So I have not voted in Supernova. Fireburst voted based on the studio cuts. I would, I could have done that, but I didn't feel right to do it, so. By the way, Groot, are you still planning old Melodifestivalen and watch-alongs sometime in the future? Yes, I would like to do that very much, actually, so, but I think we need to finish up this Eurovision season first, at least up until all of the national finals are done. Maybe in the session or the time between the final song has been picked for Eurovision and the first rehearsals get going. Maybe we can squeeze in some watch-alongs in between there. But other than that, I would just wait for this season to be over, really. Yeah, I voted for everything but Latvia. I didn't have time to check it out. Me too, Elias. That's indeed me as well. Okay, I guess we're just gonna start. Did you watch it? How was the show? Which show are we talking about? Are we talking about Melodifestivalen? I know it's come under a lot of heat and criticism for some of the more inappropriate jokes that were in the show. Which, I mean, I agree they were kind of unnecessary. But overall, I had a very positive feeling towards the first heat of Melodifestivalen. I thought the hosts were really good this year, which I didn't expect. I don't know anything about either of them, but they definitely had the ability to joke about themselves, something that I always really like when hosts can do. So that was quite neat. There was a lot of like flirting and nostalgia with the older Melodifestivalen years as well. There were like references to 2004, even back to 1988 and stuff like that. So I really enjoyed a lot of aspects about the show. They were kind of, what do you say? They were very much in alignment with what a lot of the more nerdy Melodifestivalen fans would appreciate. So that's thumbs up from me, you know. Groot is so busy that he doesn't have time for a haircut. That is indeed correct. I've been trying to get a haircut for a really long time, but it's has not been possible. So now it's just a helmet, basically. Hopefully you don't mind. What did you think of the Ravaillacs interval act? A bit of both. I didn't like the fact that it was just pre-recorded and very auto-tuned vocals. I would have liked them to just bring out the teenagers and actually have them sing, like, you know, for real. But you can't have everything. Yeah, Edvard of Silén is writing the Melfest script again. Yeah, so obviously the hosts are good. It makes sense, for sure, of course. Okay, let's see. Should we announce some qualifiers for Melodifestivalen? This is going to be like the short session. But first, of course, I need to double check. I'll just have to do this real quick. Hang on. I'll have to block that out for a little bit because I need to double check with Darren that we do have a result for all of these voting sessions. And Darren has sent me a good old long message, so I'll actually put these on. How about the cameraman mishap during Hush Hush? Yeah, a lot of people are very upset about that. Apparently the cameraman got really injured. He fell over and actually really hurt himself. Majority of what people are focusing on though is they think that Hush Hush did not qualify for the final for a camera mishap, which I think is utter nonsense. I highly doubt that's the reason. There were simply two other songs that are more popular in Sweden. And that's just the way it is. Hush Hush can still make the final for everyone who's supporting that song. It's not over. It's still finished third. Okay, should we listen to what Darren has to say? I think we should.
Good evening, Groot. Everyone's been busy voting over the weekend. We've had 548 sets of votes from 153 different voters. For those voters, 68 of them voted for all 5 shows, 22 voted for 4 of them, 17 for 3 of them, 23 for 2 of them, and 23 people just voted in 1 of them. We've had 5 new voters from Canada, the United Kingdom, Belgium, the United States, and Greece. 3 of those 5 new voters voted in all 5 shows, 1 voted in 4 of them, and 1 voted in 2 of them. We'll see 4 of those 5 new voters come up as new voters for the first set of votes we're going to see, and the other new voter we'll see come up a bit later. In terms of the actual shows, we've had 99 voters for Melodifestivalen Heat 1, 93 voters for the Supernova semi-final, 107 voters for Slovenia's EMA, 124 voters for Belgium's Eurosong, and 125 voters for Benidorm Fest in Spain. So, with all that said, it's now time to go Grooty.
I've never had so many stats being bombarded into my ears at the same time. Thank you very much, Darren. That's a lot of people being involved, a lot of numbers to keep track of, which is of course done by the computer. It's not Darren sitting there and doing all the math in his head, but still a lot of things to take in here, and a lot of people being involved, which is amazing. Least amount of votes for Melodifestivalen. Oh, was it really? Was it less than for Supernova? Mad. I guess the Melodifestivalen excitement is only big in my apartment. Here we go then. 99 people have been a part of selecting the... How many qualifiers are we going for, Darren? I actually do not know. Are we doing the same as in real life? Like 2 and then 1 like Andra Chansen thing? Or are we just doing 3 qualifiers straight up? I actually have not paid attention. regardless of whatever the situation is, we're gonna announce the first qualifier and see who that will be. And the first qualifier in our little universe is Voice of the Silent, which, you know, this guy is very much in agreement with. So, nice. Darren just said 2 qualifiers. So, okay, the final qualifier and the only other qualifier from our little choice set of songs was Hush Hush. And there you go. Those are the 2 that we would have picked. And as you can see, all of these people voted for both of them, and all of these people voted for one of them. And no one voted for neither, I guess? Really? Is that what it means? Or are those just not listed? Or did every single voter vote for either one or 2 of them? If that's the case, well done. We can also take a look at the non-qualifier results, of course. We see that there's quite a margin between 2nd and 3rd place. People are actually saying they got 0 out of 2. So, okay, I guess those are just not listed here. 98 points separating 2nd and 3rd. In 6th place in our voting was Kamikaze Life, which of course qualified directly to the final in real life. So that just shows kind of the difference between us and Sweden in general, you know. In 5th place, 16 points ahead of Kamikaze Life, was Vår första gång by Adrian Macéus. That was I've forgotten how you voted. I think you gave 12, 7, and 3, or 12, 7, and 4, or something like that. This was my 7 points. In 4th place was Upp I luften, which was of course the party starter back on Saturday by Albin Jonsén and Pa. And that one finished 17 points behind Den känslan by Linnea Henriksson. And those were indeed the results here. We don't have a 12-point summary for this one. I think that's because we don't have the top 2 in order, of course. Yeah, this is all of the stats we get. So yeah, that's those are the standings. We don't know which one won our vote. You can sit here and speculate if you think Voice of the Silent or Hush Hush won. But yeah, those are the results. Upp I luften below Jon. Well, yeah. People actually a bit upset about the Upp I luften finishing 4th. It of course did that in real life as well. And Vår första gång actually finished 5th in real life as well. So that's very, very similar. Okay, I gotta move on now. We're leaving Melodifestivalen or Grootefestivalen and moving on to Supernova. So I'll just block this out real quick to make sure that I can change between the sessions here. And actually, Melodifestivalen had more voters than Supernova, I see here, because Supernova had 93 and Melodifestivalen had 99. So there you are. This is the Supernova 2025 qualifier sequence. We got 10 songs qualifying here, so quite the difference between this and Melodifestivalen, of course. We got all of the 19 songs on the left. Yeah, Grootinova, let's call it that. Sure. All 19 songs on the left. We're gonna announce the qualifiers one by one. There are 10 of them, and the first one to be announced will be Burman Laimi by Tautu Meitas. You're welcome for the pronunciation. I know that it was spot on. The next qualifier from the Grootivision Supernova semifinal qualifier sequence will be nothing. Heartbeat by Emilia, who of course we saw in the actual show was leading the televote up until they closed the lines. So that one is a favorite in this community as well, or one of the 10. Qualifier number 3 will be Something in the Water by Juliana, and that one is number 3 there. I will still, as I said before, I will be honest, I have not I'm not super duper familiar with the performances of these songs because I didn't watch all of them. Qualifier number 4 from this selection will be Ramtai with the I don't even know what they were dressed up like. Trolls, maybe? I'm not sure. Made out of paper or something. But Sititseni to the final here as well in our world. Oh yeah, thank you, Simon, for... Please let me know which ones are real-life non-qualifiers, because I actually have not got a clue. I know that Ramtai and Heartbeat and Burman Laimi qualified in real life, yeah. But Something in the Water didn't then, so we have a difference there. Our fifth qualifier will be The Water. So both Something in the Water and The Water qualifying in our world by Legsdina and Beltempo. That's halfway through. Qualifier number 6 will be Romance Isn't Dead by Chris Noah. Nice little song there. I did enjoy that in the studio cut. I have not watched the performance of it, so maybe I should. It's also a qualifier here. We got 4 spots left to go. Still many songs in here. Qualifier number 7 will be Sad Seyot, which of course qualified in real life, as it should have done. Was really, really well performed, I think. And it's going through here as well. 3 places left. Who are they going to? Well, I'll tell you this much, that one of them will go to Legal, which, you know, is of course my choice for the best song in the selection. However, a bit disappointed with the performance, but still enough to qualify in our little universe here. 2 songs left to go to qualify, and qualifier number 9 will be Zelts, or Zaltz, that's how they pronounced it in the song, isn't it? Or before the song, by Cobra, who of course did not qualify in real life, which upset a lot of people. I thought the performance of it was pretty decent, and the song's pretty damn great, so it qualified in our world. And the final song, just looking at the list of songs that are left, I would guess, I'm throwing out a prediction here, I'm guessing Bound by the Light, but as I said, I haven't seen all of the performances, so maybe there's something else. But qualifier number 10 will be Bound by the Light. I knew it. It just looked pretty from like the clips that I saw with the staging layout and the lighting. So that's the 10th one going through, and here you can see the results. As you can see, we got the 10 qualifiers from our Supernova voting. Burman Laimi, Something in the Water, The Water, Sad Seyot, Salts, Heartbeat, Ramtai, Romance Isn't Dead, Ligo, and Bound by the Light. And the happiest voters voted for 9 out of those. You can see who those are here. Some people voted for 8, some for 7, some for 6. 2 unfortunate, unlucky souls only voted for 3 of them down here. Elibod and Tony, of course, 2 very great regulars of the community. Darren didn't have much luck here either, I see. And we'll take a look at the non-qualifier results. So, of course, the song that finished 19th here got no 12s, no 10s, and no 8s. And that was Chemical by Ruta Duduma. For some reason, like, this always reminds me of the capital city of, what is it, Tanzania, I think? Isn't it called Dodoma or something like that? It's just very interesting how you can have a name so similar to that. Anyway, that's completely irrelevant. Something that got something that got points from even less people than Chemical did. It's a song in 18th, but the song in 18th got a 12, a 10, and an 8. And that was bigger than this by Marcus Riva, who of course qualified in real life. So that's quite the disappointing result for his case in our world anyway. And he finished 1 point behind Stronger by Luca. A bit up from that, we have a song in 16th on 126 points, which was Electric Love, who finished, I mean, all of these places are very close to each other now. Electric Love was only 3 points behind Fit Right by Justs, and Justs was only 3 points behind Lovable by Marta. Not too far ahead of Lovable, 13 points ahead of it. No 12s, no 10s, no 8s, but points from 38 people is what put it up here. In 13th place was Delusional by Palu, which I think was a real life qualifier, wasn't it? I think Delusional and Bigger Than This are the 2 that we put through, or that went through in real life that we didn't put through. In 12th and 11th, they are tied, but the song in 12th did not get any 12s, ironically enough. That was Scarlet Challenger, and Scarlet Challenger tied for 11th with Dumayu to Nak, or Nat, I'm not sure. But the little pretty ballad there by Toms Kalderauskis. And those are the results from our Supernova watch along. As you can see here, we got the entire scoreboard right there. I think you can see it. Yep, perfect. And yeah, You can sit here and think and speculate which song is that one in 10th place there, but it was 29 points ahead of 11th place. Nuts, I think. Wait, what was it called? Domayu to Nuts. Okay, I'll go with that. Okay, that was the Supernova one. We're moving on to the big boys, or the big girls, whatever you say. We're going on to the big ones. We're closing down that one, and I'm going back to the admin home here, which you're not allowed to see. And the next one is the EMA voting, which is loading for me at the moment. So I'll put it on very, very shortly. Here we go. I think actually, yeah, that's okay. That's perfect. I just saw Darren's put something here on the right. Can I say what you've written, Darren? I will anyway. It just says, like, because I cropped the screen so you can fit it there, and it says "do not show on screen." I'm not really sure what he's written here. Some secret messages to me, maybe. But as you can see, the votes have been received from 107 voters in the EMA voting here, and 53 of those are in the jury, and 54 make up the televote. Ligo had to have 1 hour vote. I'm not sure after that live performance though. Like, that could absolutely have held it back a little bit, you know? EMA and Melfest were the big ones. Are you being ironic right now, Fireburst? I'm not sure. Extra secret info. Yes. Okay, let's see what we would have picked in EMA. We're starting off with Asterios, who's the first one to vote. And you can see the first points dropping in there. We got an 8 for Niti, a 10 for Vzetidam, and a 12 to Uau, which is our first leader. An interesting set of votes there. As we go on to Lucario, Ryan number 1 apologist, which is of course a Frederick's Dead reference here. Uau with 8 points, New Religion with a 10, and the 12 goes to Frederick's Dead, who goes up to 2nd place with that. And the third juror will be Teacup, and Teacup votes as follows. Kind, the only one to still be on 0 points here. Pusti Dagori getting an 8, Vzetidam getting a 10, and Frederick's Dead with another 12, up to 2nd place there. Still 50 jurors to go. Darja Svager, please represent Slovenia again. Yes. Or Sveiger? I don't know how to pronounce that, sorry. Frederick's Dead got a 10 anyway, and Uau got a 12. Meanwhile, Kind is also off the mark now. So we've got 3 songs on 2 points down there at the bottom. Declan the Dinosaur Egg will give these as the points, the lower ones. An 8-pointer to Niti, a 10-pointer to Grace, moving quite a lot of places there, and a 12 going to How Much Time Do We Have Left? Question mark. EMA is pronounced like the name Emma. Okay, we're calling it Emma from now then. Schweiger. That almost sounds German, doesn't it? Anyway, Sanomi Spava gives 10 points to Uau and a 12-pointer for Frederick's Dead. We definitely have a top 2 kind of running away with it at the moment. So we move on to Tony Johansson, who hopefully has more luck in this voting than he did in the Supernova qualifiers. 8 points to Frederick's Dead, 10 points to Vzetidam, and the 12 to Uau. Looks like Tony is very much in alignment with our current standings, voting for the current top 7. Exactly. Leah from the Antarctica will be the next one to vote here. We got an 8-pointer for Frederick's Dead. We got a 10-pointer for Clemen. And a 12-pointer for Uau again. Doing very well. Kind of unexpectedly, in my opinion. I didn't realize there was so much hype for it, I suppose. As Keith gives it 2 points. So not as impressed. Niti with another 8 there. 10 points to Vzetidam and a 12 to Pusti Dagori. Nothing for Frederick's Dead there. Pusti Dagori kind of catching up a little bit to the top few songs here. Nyx will be the next one to vote here. And we got an 8 for Vzetidam, a 10 for Niti, and a 12 going to Divya. The first 12 for Divya there. Yeah, it's a German surname. Lots of Slovenians have those. I was not aware of that. But that's interesting. Not written in the German way though, with SCH and stuff like that. Priz0415 gives 10 points to Pusti Dagori and a 12 to Vzetidam. Goes up in second place there now to join the battle for the lead. Valdem is the next one to vote. And Valdem has these as the lower points. No movement from those. 8 points to New Religion, who goes up to the top half there. 10 points to Uau. And a 12 to Vzetidam. Very close between our current top two now. Next up is Alex from Germany. Lower points are on screen. 8 points to Niti. 10 points to Vzetidam. And the 12 going to Uau. So very close. Like the top two are definitely the ones battling it out at the moment. Now, Jere, the next one to vote. And something that I think about every time when a new juror comes along. I'm just thinking in my head, what if we were going to do this and everyone sent in like a message like, oh, thank you so much for the wonderful show. I loved Fredrik's Dead, like Jere did, and gave it 12 points. And they just talk and talk and talk. Like we could make these shows even longer. That would be something, wouldn't it? Louise Jones, with a little New Religion reference here, I think, gives 10 points to Jon Vitesic, and a 12 for July Jones. Goes up into the top half there. We have a new leader as Sean votes next up. Jury number 16. Still got plenty to go. 8 points to Divya. 10 points to Rai. And 12 points to Uu. I just learned how it's supposed to be pronounced from Dylan. So I'm going with that. But it looks more like it should be Uau. Because it's OU, you know? Feels like there should be a difference between the two. Anyway, Arthur Vandelar here gives 12 points to Divya. Moving up to 7th place. Tearflow, first time in jury. Welcome, Tearflow. From Belgium. We got 8 points to Touché here. 10 points to Uu. And a 12 to Vzetidam. It's definitely looking like a two-horse race at the moment with Fredrik's Dead some points behind there. Gente di Mare 27 from Turkey. First time juror in a non-ESC watch-along. It said something about the birthday there, didn't it? I think, but I missed it. Anyway, we got a 12 here going to Uu. Vze is also pronounced as Use. How does that make any sense? I don't know letters all of a sudden, apparently. Karen, not much for the official winner. Well, we know where points are not going then. I mean, Clement is kind of struggling here. He's down in 8th place. Rai are the ones getting the 12 here instead. From Karen. Next one up to vote is Dylan. And the lower points are on here right now. 8 points to Usetidam then. I guess I'll say from now on. 10 points to Chow. And a 12 to New Religion. Goes up in 4th place there. Next one to vote. Senwar Internet. And one movement. That would be Touché moving one place. Divya with an 8. 10 points to Chow. And the 12 to New Religion. Uu still kind of... now it's building a little bit of a gap. Very, very small one, but still. Ivanik will be the next one to vote. Kind moves away from last place there. Clemen getting some points. Usetidam getting some points. And 12 points to Urederik's Dead. Is it really? No, there is no way that it's actually supposed to be that. But anyway. V and U used to be the same letter in Latin, so it makes sense that different European languages adopted them differently into their own writing. Okay, I'll just step back. Dominic gives 12 more points to Usetidam then. To put 14 points ahead of Second place, Proper Charlie, next one to vote. Very good. Thank you. We got a 10-pointer for Diuya, then maybe? Is it? And a 12 for Ooh Ooh. Is it actually gonna be Diuya now then? Or is it only when it's like the first letter or something? You gotta clarify. Darren here, next one to vote. We got a 10 for New Religion. And we got a 12 for Ooh Ooh. And now we have two songs separated by absolutely nothing at the top. Just separated by the tiebreaker, really. Jason, first time in the jury. Welcome, Jason. We got some points on the screen. We got even more points on the screen. And even more points on the screen. Where does the 12 go? It goes to New Religion. Still in 4th place. No, Divya has a V. Okay. Why? I don't know. We have Madame Maestro, the 28th juror here. Some points to Clement. And some points for July Jones. We're starting to catch up a little bit towards the top here now. With some 12s in a row. Jörn Din Ven from Bosnia-Herzegovina. With these as the lower points. 8 points to New Religion. 10 points to Divya. And the 12 to Ooh Ooh. 20 points ahead of Uzetidam now then. Next up is Famicom Guy from Ukraine. And these are the lower points. There isn't really that much move. Oh, just as I said that, Pusti Dagori moves 1 place. And then Divya takes it back. Would you know? And a 12-pointer to Frederick's Dead. Still in 3rd. Juror number 31 is Curtis Mart. And these are the lower points. We have 8 points to... How much time do we have left? 10 points to Divya, who's now up to 5th all of a sudden. And a 12 to Usetidam. Ooh Ooh is pronounced more like... Yeah, I'm not reading the phonetics. I can't do that. I may be a language teacher, but I'm not doing phonetics. There's no way. Write it like this, like Mattia Letz is doing. No phonetics, just TS. That's easier. Mattia Letz gives 12 points to July Jones. Next up is Matthew ESC. And we have 8 points to Chow. We have 10 points to Grace. Ooh, Matthew's not much in alignment with the results we currently have. However, the 12 is going to our current leader. That I will now not pronounce anymore because I do it incorrectly whatever I try. Jay Sora, next one to vote. I will start saying Kiki instead because I can pronounce that. In before that's wrong too. 12 points to Frederiksted. Or Urediksred. Or Urederikstead, right? Yes. Annie next up. And Annie gives these as the lower points. 8 points to Chow. 10 points to Kiki. And 12 points to Frederiksted. Ooh ooh like ooh ooh. Ooh ooh. How do you want to pronounce that, Elias? Ooh ooh. Ooh ooh. I don't know. English and Swedish, enjoy. Reynoldsburg calling Katiko has voted. And that's quite the name. 12 points to New Religion. What's the fascination with Kiki? It's kind of a cool tune, I think at least. I mean, I haven't voted yet, but I think a lot of people think that because it's leading, you know? Krishna's Dead. I guess that's a Frederiksted reference. I hope it's not an actual state of fact. 12 points to Rai, however. Still got some voters to go, like 16. Random Mongolian, the first of those. 8 points to how much time do we have left? 10 points to Niti. And 12 points to Chow. The entire top 3 not getting anything there, actually. You sound like an owl. First it was Mickey Mouse, now it's an owl. I should become like a voice actor or something. That'd be something. I'll keep that in mind. D. Dot gives 10 points to Clement and 12 points to Divya. Hi, arrived only now. How many votings have I missed? You've missed the qualifier announcements for Melodifestivalen and Supernova, and now we're doing the first final voting, and it's EMA, as you can say, or Emma, as I've learned how it's supposed to be pronounced, as Chippewa Valley Urbanist gives 12 points to Niti. Is that the first 12 to Niti? It might be. Like, Niti's racking up some smaller points from almost everyone, but no big ones really. Rikus the Possum, the next one to vote here. We got a 10-pointer for Kind, moving 2 places with that. That's huge. Huge in the bottom battle there. And a 12 for Clemen. Next one is ESC George. We should do a voice acting impressions duo. Sign me up. ESC George makes it even closer at the bottom. We got 62, 61 and 60 there now. Clemen with a 10 and Niti with another 12. You can start with Wabu. Tekniskt problem, men hör Charlie. I can't. That's like the only line I remember. I need to study some Wabu. Ellen here gives 10 points to New Religion and 12 points to How Much Time Do We Have Left. What else is Wabu saying? It's like the jag är mycket bättre på att skaffa än du är. Så jag knycker en flaska vi kan stänga in solstrålarna i. Yeah, I need to memorize it first, you know. Yeah. Divya Mary Kakurti. Happy belated birthday. Indeed, 12 points to Kiki. Den känslan qualified in Melfest here. It finished 3rd. So no. Jacob gives 8 points to New Religion, 10 points to Uzetidan, and 12 points to Fredrikstad. Nothing for Kiki there. Closing it up at the top. Shoo-di-dap-di-doo, jag heter Wabu. Weistrish 19. Next one to vote. We got 8 points for Kiki, 10 points to Uzetidam, and 12 points to New Religion. My least favorite is currently leading. Good start to the night. Well, it can only go up from here, right? And of course, there's also the televote, you know. Elendil gives 8 points to Grace. Look at that. Moving 2 places upwards. Kiki with a 10. And John with a 12. I feel like the real life winner is too low. It's in 6th. Yeah. I kind of expected it to be somewhere around there personally, I'd say. TMG is the next one. Chow getting 8 points here. Fredrikstad getting 10. And the 12 to Kiki, who's almost 40 points in the lead now, actually. I don't remember Wabu. Proceeds to quote the entire thing. Yeah, but I don't remember like the sound. I don't know how to do that. It's kind of I need to practice. DK240996 has a new favorite for the season. Cheeky. He kind of gave away who you were gonna give the 12, but I'll allow it. AJ from Northern Ireland. After this, there are only 3 jurors left to go. We got 8 points to John, 10 points to Eva, and 12 points to Julie. Anyway, Moro from the Basque country with some lower points there. No movement from those. 8 points to Rai. 10 points to Niti. Are we going to go entire voting without any movement? We are indeed. There's nothing changing places anymore. The televote will have to take care of that. Emma Leos. Good name. I like. 8 points to Grace. 10 points to Rai. And 12 points to New Religion. You gotta send me the link for the thing you're quoting. Have you never seen Wabu? It's like an animated film by a German animation studios called Dingo Pictures. And there's like the Swedish dub on it. And it's very, very good. It's very nice. It's very nice. My votes are on screen right now. I haven't commented them because they change absolutely nothing. So, yeah, there you go. These are the jury standings. Yeah, we're getting the televote coming up next. As you can see, currently Kiki with Ooh is leading. But 54 people have gathered their votes together to create a little televote here that can, of course, change everything. Kind can still win, although highly unlikely. Let's reveal the televote. We're starting from the bottom. Kind by Polar Ace will get 35 televote points, so it's actually not even up on 100. So yeah, that's something. Next up is Touché. Touché gets 49 televote points, puts it on 123. Next one to vote, or next one to get their points is Grace by Trine. And Grace gets 87 points, which puts it, still on the right side of the scoreboard, but it's not going to finish last. That has been confirmed. Pusti Dagori will get 116 televote points, which puts that even further ahead. It's currently in 5th place. It's not staying there, but still. Ciao by Anna gets 121, puts it above Pusti Dagori, of course, on 259. Big ones are going to be gigantic. Perhaps. Divya gets 232. We have a new leader. I will actually spoil and say that it's not staying there. There is no way. But still, a big score. I think that's enough to beat Clemen as well. Yeah. How much time do we have left? Gets beat by Divya there because of the televote score. Niti next. And Niti gets 214 televote points, so doubling its score, which puts it in the lead for the moment. 4 songs still to get their points. And New Religion gets 293. It's definitely not winning, I can tell you that much, but it's still a respectable score there. Can it get top 3? Perhaps. Fredrikstad will get 254. New Religion is actually overtaking Fredrikstad there at the very end then. So New Religion is guaranteed minimum 3rd place. We got Usetidam, who will receive 359 televote points, which means that UU needs 311 televote points to win this. I don't know how many are left, but they need 311. And Kiki will get 379, so there you go. It is not really a landslide, but it's comfortable. I would say that it's a comfortable win for Kiki with UU, who won the Emma voting then, I'll call it from now on. If that's actually correct. What if someone's just messing with me and it's actually not supposed to be pronounced Emma? And now I'm sitting here trying to sound like intelligent while I'm really not. Regardless, UU is the winner for our Emma watch along, with Usetidam in 2nd and New Religion rounding out the podium. And you can see the stats here. Grace and Kind, the only songs to not receive a 12. You can't actually see everything there, so I need to zoom out. Now you can see everything, kind of. Yeah, as you can see, UU got 58.72% of the maximum possible points, and Usetidam also got more than half, but everyone else is below that number. We have a little bit of a 12-point summary here, of course, as well. The 25 people gave their 12s to Kiki. You can see them here. 19 gave it to Usetidam. Same amount of people actually as Fredrikstad and New Religion. All 3 of these got 12s from 19 people. And then Divya and How Much Time Do We Have Left both got 8 each. Ciao with 4, Niti with 3, and then 1 each for Pusti Dagori and Touché. Jan Oblak has joined the voting as well, interestingly enough. I guess I don't really know what he's up to these days. Is he still playing? I guess maybe he's busy on the bench somewhere, and that's why he can vote. I have no idea. I haven't kept up with his career. How old is he? 45? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, we'll drop Slovenia for now. I'll give you a brief look at the ranked summary again while I change the or as I'm gonna change the the final that we're gonna watch, basically. So yep, take a still shot in here, I guess, and then we do that. And I'm changing. I'm moving out here, and I'm opening up the Darren said that he would that I wasn't supposed to press anything. He's still at Atletico Madrid. Is he? Is he playing? Is he starting for them still? Because the website is not ready, so I guess I'll sit here and Google Jan Oblak in the meantime. He's only 32. I thought he was like 40. Feels like he's been playing forever. He's only 32. He's not really that much older than I am. Okay, interesting. I mean, yeah, he's been playing for Atletico Madrid for 11 years. So yeah. Okay, I think Darren's actually prepared the Belgium final now. We got 62 juries. Something that I realize now when we do these kind of give she's 15 flashbacks. Yeah. No, but something that definitely I feel when I do these, like combine a bunch of different national finals into one stream, is that it gets a bit kind of repetitive, the type of thing that I'm doing. I'm just name dropping people and their votes, and I'm not sure how to approach this in a different way. You'll just have to manage with me saying things that aren't really that interesting and just looking at all of the numbers shake around. I'll start off with giving us a little bit of a refresh. So, who are we gonna call first? We're calling Tibor. Now, I'm imitating Tibor here. I'm trying. Thank you so much, Eurovision, for the wonderful show tonight. These are my points. I like very, very much. Yes. And my 12 points go to... Désolé. Sorry. Yes. Haha. Yes, this is Samantha. I'm voting from Lithuania, and these are my points. And I give 12 points to Désolé. So Désolé is actually on 24 points now. Early on. 100% of the points scored so far. Yanis, I'm stopping with the imitations now because I can't... yeah. 12 points from Yanis to Strobe Lights. We can switch to commenting on your pronouncing of French. Please do. Mr. A. I like how you've just made that a regular now as your voting name. Where does Mr. A give the 12 points? Goes to Strobe Lights. So the current top two separated by 2 points. Deliestole. Yes. The next one to vote here, 8 points to Monster and 12 points to Désolé. Feels like Désolé is getting 12 points from everyone, isn't it? Taya from Ukraine with the next few points here. 8 points to Strobe Lights and 12 points to Arthur van Deluxe. Yes. 8 points to Désolé and 12 points to Strobe Lights. Still got plenty of jurors to go. Désolé is still in the lead. Yafil, the next one to vote here. And these are the lower points. It's no use trying to teach me how to pronounce things in French, Elias, because that language has left me long ago. Strobe Lights got the 12 from Yafil. And I also like how you're actually using an apostrophe to see if that can actually help me pronounce it. It's not helping. John of America gives 12 points to Strobe Lights. Swedish J, not English J. Fi a papa. Good. Anne here with 8 points to Désolé and 12 points to Strobe Lights. We're definitely having a little bit of a 2-horse race building early on here. Still 52 jurors to go, Mihailo being one of them. We got an 8 for Fia Papa. I'm learning for today. And 12 for désolé, désolé, désolé. I have no idea. Me neither. Gloria racking up their second set of points here. And 8 points to strobe lights. And a 12 to désolé. Do you look at that? We have a tie for the lead. 102 points. It's me, Adrian. Next one to vote. And the lower points are on there. Gloria getting another 2. Fia Papa with 8. And a 12 to désolé. ASMR. Legel Maurice is the next one to vote and gives 8 points to Monster and 12 points to Désolé. How do you like that? It's good, right? We're doing Colin next. And Colin gives 8 points to Strobe Lights and 12 points to Désolé. 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 We're moving on to I Am Robot. Voting next. With 8 points to Monster. And 12 points to Strobe Lights. Could listen to this all day. Well, now you got a loop going, maybe. I'm moving on to Matt Adams. And Matt Adams gives 8 points to Strobe Lights. And 12 points to Désolé. Pretty creepy. I aim to please, you know. That's I try. Star Ruby voting next. Voting sequence feels more intense that way. What if I do 12 points go to Strobe Lights? Oh my. Next up is Ellibot 1. Ellibot 1 giving out the lower points. And the lower points, and now the big ones come. Strobe Lights getting 8. Where does the 12 go? Where does the 12 go? It goes to Grace! I don't believe it! How do you like that? Okay. Gnock. Is Grid okay today? Probably not. Sorry. Monster got 8 points, and Perfectly Imperfect got 12. Well, isn't that... Okay, I just realized something. This is kind of... Why are the titles not capitalized, Mr. Smith? I just realized, like, I know when you do, like, different languages, but the English titles, why are they not capitalized? Anyway, Eva Sofia gave 12 points to Désolé. Is this intentional? Like, Strobe Lights and Perfectly Imperfect and Pull Up and Air Balloon, they're, like the second word is not capitalized? Is that intentional? Maybe. Strobe Sebastian, Red Lights. I like. 12 points to Strobe Lights. That's how French does it. Yeah, but like when the English, there are English titles. Like the English titles are capitalized, you know? I don't know. JC Eurovision fan gives 12 points to Fia Papa. And Stella Mare is the next one to vote. And we got 8 points to Strobe Lights. And 12 points to Désolé. Désolé is actually, you know, kind of pulling away at the top. I actually expected this, like, obviously in real life, Strobe Lights kind of landslided this selection. Meanwhile, in our universe, it's struggling. It's struggling to keep up with Désolé. Addy Star here gives 12 points to... Yeah, Groot EXE has stopped working today, for sure. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. We got Valle Spear voting next. We got 8 points to Strobe Lights and a 12 to Désolé. 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 Darren up next. And Darren gives 8 points to Désolé. And 12 to Strobe Lights. CJ Yorkshire next up. And we get an 8-pointer to Fia Papa. And a 12-pointer to Désolé. I thought more people liked strobe lights. Me too. I'm surprised that it's not winning. Monchi from Czechia will give 8 points to strobe lights and 12 points to Fija Papa. We're almost halfway through the voting. Thank you for sticking with me still. Have you been on the famous grouse again? Somehow I haven't. I don't know what's going on. Beatrix is voting next. And the 12s goes to strobe lights. There is definitely not water in that flask. It is, though. It is. Someone might have spiked it, you know. Ren.bird, halfway through the voting here now. Désolé gets 8. And strobe lights gets 12. Blaine Lazarev voting next. 8 points to Désolé and 12 points to strobe lights. Look at this now. Now there are only 1-2 points separating the top two. Even I can count that. Uwip or Uwip or Uwip. You. Is it supposed to be a reference? I don't know actually. Uwip. 12 points to strobe lights. We have a new leader. Strobe lights is now personately. What am I even saying? What's that? What did I even want to say? Strobe lights is now leading. That's what I wanted to say. Idiot. Zanoni gives 12 points to Monster. Yes. Groot is in daft mode. Well, yeah, my brain is turned off at this point for sure. It's like, was it Brad who said that Groot EXE has stopped working? Because it absolutely has. Halcyon gives 12 points to Liz. Perfectly Imperfect. Who, of course, do you remember, finished second in real life, actually. Quite far from it today in our voting. Jeffrey gives 8 points to Air Balloon and 12 points to Désolé. Yeah, when you're just reading votes for 3 national finals, you got to try and make it as interesting as possible. That's kind of what I'm feeling as well. I feel like this isn't particularly exciting, even though that there are only 10 points separating the top two. So Dancing Dodo, where does the 12 go? It goes to strobe lights. It's so close at the top again, I do not believe it. That came out of nowhere. Okay, Aya Nation is voting next. We got 8 points to Monster and 12 points to Strobe Lights. It's a tie for the lead. I don't believe it. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? They're tied. Sam9910 voting next. Another 12 for Strobe Lights. It's pulling away at the top. Look at that. Now it's 12 points separating the top two. The excitement is unmeasurable. Yes, indeed. Now, the more interesting part is, can Gloria catch Air Balloon? Wak Wak helps out just a little bit, but more importantly, or less importantly, Wak Wak gives 12 points to Strobe Lights. Arda gives 8 points to Fia Papa and 12 points to Désolé. Which means that it's very close at the top again. Of course. Bria Kimchi. Where do the points go? Where do the points go? Ia, ia, ooh, ooh, ooh. 12 points. Désolé. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? We have a tie for the lead again. The excitement is indeed unmeasurable. Dr. Seger. I'm not reading that title because I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced. Better Morning Song. Interesting take. A 12-pointer to Désolé, though. I have no idea who Bon is, Declan. But sounds like a personality. Just like Simon, you know? And Simon says Strobe Lights gets a 12. And we have a new leader again. Root for future Eurovision host, please EBU. I would collapse the first second, I think, because I wouldn't know what to do. I would stand there and I was like, okay, I'm not exciting enough. I need to do something cool, like Strobe Lights got another 12, and then people would say, oh, this is the worst host I've ever seen in my entire life, and I would be like, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. Dorit is the next voter, by the way, and Dorit gives 12 points to Désolé, which means there are 4 points separating the top two again. Runar Jon, 8 points to Désolé, 12 points to Strobe Lights. Okay, 15 jurors to go. And the lower points from Groot's Grandma look like that. Pull Up is very close to 100 points now, so well done on that. The 12 here from Grandma goes to Strobe Lights. Your monologues are more interesting than anyone else's monologues, I'll give you that. Yeah, that's... that doesn't have to be a compliment. Cosmic Summers gives 12 points to Perfectly Imperfect. And we have a new 4th placed song. Can you believe it? Where did that come from? The tides are turning. And I am burning. I Fail gave 12 points to Désolé. You can't be worse than the ESC 1983 lady. I have no idea who that is. We need to rewatch 1983 pretty soon. Or well, you know, sometime. Ellen just gave 12 points to Strobe Lights. Indeed, that happened. Liz. We got some points for Gloria again, who's up on a massive amount of 24 from 52 jurors. Red Sebastian getting another 12. It's very much, you know, a 2-horse race between the horse Strobe Lights and the horse Désolé. And Red Like Castian, I'm sure, like, you don't even need to guess where the 12 is going. It's obviously going to Oh. Well, that took me by surprise. Il Crocodile. I love this name, from Greece. First time voter. Welcome, Il Crocodile. I hope to read your name 500 million times in the future again. That's like a nice little sway, and that monster got a 12 from Il Crocodile. I like that. Okay, Togravus Ceterum. I also like pronouncing this name. It just has that kind of Togravus Ceterum. With a 12 points to Gloria, which, you know, almost tripled its... No, wait, no, I can't count. It boosted its score quite a lot. Zeno Cohen Debast just gave 12 points to Perfectly Imperfect, who is actually up to 4th place. I didn't even realize when that happened. I'm sorry. I'm bad at paying attention. But Elendil is voting for the song ranked in 4th, 5th, and 6th. It also gives 8 points to Strobe Lights and 12 points to Désolé. Now, get some predictions in now, maybe. Like, who is winning this? Because it's obviously very, very close at the top, and we still have the entire televote to go. Paulina here from Israel is the next one to vote. Désolé gets 6 more. So that means Désolé is 200 points ahead of 3rd place. Pull Up just got a 12 to go up on 120 points. I think Pull Up's definitely finishing 6th in this, I'll be honest. Blop is the next one to vote, and Blop gives 8 points to Perfectly Imperfect and a 12 to Strobe Lights. Okay, that's extending the gap at the top now. That's for sure. Next up is Bitistrava. And Bitistrava gives 8 points to Strobe Lights and 12 points to Fia Papa. You named it an exciting 4th place 4 minutes ago. I don't know what I said 10 seconds ago. But Megan's Hair is voting next. Megan's Hair gave 8 points to Perfectly Imperfect and 12 points to Fia Papa Papa. I'm sensing a big air balloon comeback. Well, I'm helping that one out here. As you can see, it got my 4 points. Still, I gave my 12 to Désolé as well, and as you can see, it is kind of like a little bit close at the top. We definitely have a battle like Could be a battle for third even. 30 points separating Fia Papa with Perfectly Imperfect, and then Monster a further 40 back. And we definitely have a battle for last as well, you know. For sure. People are thinking strobe lights. Everyone except Simon, who thinks air balloon, which, you know, yeah. I mean, what would the how much do you think you'd double your money or like win if you put a bet on air balloon winning from this point? It only needs 400 it's only 440 points behind first place. So yeah, should we check the televote? I think you want to. Gloria landslide, let's go. We'll see. We're starting off with Gloria, of course, getting its points here. And Gloria will receive 962 points! No, I can't read. 74 points. Which, you know, is more than it had. Air balloon will receive 126. So, I'm sorry, Gloria, but you finished last. Sorry. Okay. We're moving on to pull up. Pull up. 136 points. Puts it on 266. It ain't winning. Rigged. Gloria's score is actually 1,174 points. But almost. Monster just got 200 televote points. You know, it's probably finishing 5th with that, let's be honest. It got more from the jury than from the televote. Perfectly Imperfect, 236. Also got more points from the jury than from the televote. So I'm guessing that's a 4th place for Perfectly Imperfect. Fia Papa, of course the real life lost place, is racking up 212 televote points here, which puts it just above Perfectly Imperfect in 3rd place in total, because Désolé is obviously overtaking it, you know. 500 points on the dot. Désolé gets 430. Then it's over. I don't mean to kill the excitement. That's not my... Like, if this was Eurovision now, they would pause here. And strobe lights. Will strobe lights get 404 points? We know for a fact that there are more than 500 points left to give out. However, will strobe lights get 400 points? Only no one knows. And yet we're pausing to see if we can find out. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Strobe lights is obviously winning this. Sorry for killing the excitement for you, but it's mathematically just finished. It needs 405 points. And it got 570. How exciting! Was a proper nail biter there at the end, wasn't it? Anyway, there you see. These are the final standings in our Belgian select. Jon Lundvik's face. Well. Okay. 93 points. Oh, this is never gonna go away from him. Okay. Anyway, strobe lights is the winner. Yeah, it's like nothing is... Well, 3rd place. 3rd place is actually very close. Those two were separated by only 6 points. Other than that, you know, it was pretty clear, every position. The televote made it that anyway. Okay, as you can see here, these... no, I don't want to translate this website from French. Thank you. As you can see, Désolé actually got points from more people than strobe lights. Oh, I should have done an ad break. Oh my god, you're so right, Elendil. I should have so done an ad break there. That would have been brilliant. Proper Spain vibes. It was Spain who did it, right? Oh, that's... Oh, I should have done that. Left you hanging like that. Gloria won with 1,174. I don't know if you can read Elect Islander, but what is it? Like Specsavers? Do you have that? Should probably give him a call. You know? Oh, it was Luxembourg. Why am I blaming Spain for something that Spain didn't do? Maybe I have an agenda, you know? Okay, anyway. These are the standings. We can also take a look, of course, at... I just realized Air Balloon got 112. That's the lowest amount. Everyone got 12s. 61 of them went to strobe lights, and you can see all of those here. Jeez Louise. I've never said that in my life before. Why am I saying jeez Louise all of a sudden? Anyway, 34 of them went to Désolé here. And then 9 to Fia Pa 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 Pa. Johnny Logan seemed to have gone behind that one. Very cool. 6 for Perfectly Imperfect. 5 for Monster. 4 for Pull Up and 4 for Gloria. And 1 for Air Balloon. Arbitrary votes because I hate everything here. Well, a 12 still a 12. Okay. Should we move on to the final voting, which is of course Benidorm Fest, the big one, the big one. I'm blocking this out to just go back and take a look at. Yeah, Darren's already prepared it, so let's get that scoreboard up. After choosing Esa Diva, Spain deserves all the blame. Well, let's see if we will pick Esa Diva then. Maybe we will as well. You know, it's here. It's song number 8 on the standings here. Of course, these weren't like, since we've done like our own votings for the semifinals as well. We can announce the standings on those as well. But of course, our qualifiers don't entirely align with these. I've kind of forgotten personally what we changed. Raggio di Sole did not qualify in ours, and there was one more song I think that did not. And instead, we would have had definitely La Casa. And I think we had La Pena as well, didn't we? But anyway, let's see how we voted out of the songs that made the real life final, because that's what we're going to do here. And we're starting with Luis is a VIP. Hello, Luis. Hello, everyone. I am a VIP and I give 8 points to La Chispa and I give 12 points to VIP. Baila conmigo. Okay. Anyway, we're moving on to John of America. Thank you, Luis, for sharing that. John of America, how do you want to vote? Sup. 12 points from John goes to I'm a Queen, who goes up into second place with 12 points. Tigresa from Mexico gives these as lower points. Everyone's off the mark as well. Everyone's gotten points. 8 points to Loca por ti. And 12 points to I'm a Queen, going up on 24 in the lead. Next one is Teacup. And Teacup gives 8 points to I'm a Queen and 12 points to La Chispa, Artita de Llorar. Unana is last, stop the count. Okay. Wait, who won? Oh yeah, Esa Diva won, and Esa Diva is currently 7th on our list. Yarata, will you change that? Yep, you will. Esa Diva up to 4th place. On 22, still Mel Ömana in the lead. Ellen next up to vote. Good morning, Ellen. I see you're in the chat, just in time for your votes. And a 12 going to Te Escribo en el Cielo by Lucas Boone, who's up to 3rd place with that. Loca Steve. I do think, yeah, that's a pretty good name. I like it. I should call myself Loca Groot as well. That has a ring to it for sure. 12 points to VIP, or maybe I should call myself VIG. Very Important Groot. That's my new name, I think. VIG. That's yeah. I don't know how you want this name to be pronounced. There's a 12 to Melomana from Why you would name yourself that? I don't know. Hayden is the next one to vote. And we got a 12 from Hayden to Loca por ti. Except you'd be Loco Groot, surely. Did you just assume my gender, David? Okay, I see how it is. Keith is voting next. And Keith gives 12 points to Esa Diva. Esa Diva. Diva, 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 diva. Stanislav is the next one to vote here. We got 8 points to Unana. And we got 12 points to VIP. I'll do an AI for VIP. I need whatever Groot has taken. I haven't taken anything. I don't know why I'm like this. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just tired. I don't know. Lucario here. Nothing here can stop hashtag serum sweep. Sounds about right. Unana just got a 12. Raggio di Sole is kind of falling behind the competition here now, I just realized. Annie next up. And Annie gives 8 points to VIP and 12 points to I'm a Queen. Kind of got a maybe we have a two-way battle here going. I don't know. Maybe. Jere, next one to vote here. We got 8 points to Raggio di Sole and a 12 going to VIP. VIP from Eurovision NQ to first. Did VIP not make it through the semi-final in our voting? And it's currently leading. Is that actually correct? That's mad if that's the case. Asterios here gives 8 more points to VIP, as you can see. And a 12 to Te Escribo en el Cielo. Is it actually correct that we didn't qualify VIP? And it's currently leading by quite the margin as well. That's so funny. That is so funny. I think Groot manipulates voting every time with saying his favorites. I liked VIP in the semi-final as well though, and it didn't qualify, so I don't know. I'm a Queen just got a 12, by the way. So that's cool. Ricardo LG voting next here. 8 points to Te Escribo en el Cielo. And a 12 to VIP. Who still like just goes ahead up there, you know? The way we switched on it, yeah. Like everyone's just embraced VIP. Maybe it looks better in this final because it's like the most. No, I don't know. Wak Wak just gave 12 more points to VIP. You see, or maybe everyone who likes VIP were just are just jury voters. Maybe it gets 0 televote points later. We'll see. Valespear gives 12 points to Artita de Llorar. Artita de Llorar. That is so fitting for this particular stream, lol. It's that Salvador Dali influence. Disco Daz. What fans? Loca por ti. No Loca por ti. That felt like a Darren tune otherwise. But 12 points to I'm a Queen. Okay. I don't know Darren enough, I think. Like, I'm just thinking upbeat kind of dance-friendly tune, and I think, yeah, that's Darren's thing. But apparently not. You know. We got 12 points from Philip, going to Te Escribo en el Cielo, who joins the 100 points club. Why is Raggio di Sole last? I mean, didn't it finish like last in the semi-final as well when we did that voting? So it's not really a fan favorite over here, I think. AJ here gives 12 points to La Chispa, who goes up in third. His vocals in the semi-final were an absolute train wreck. They were not great, but better in the final. I do agree with that. His vocals were quite weak in the semi-final, but I mean, so were of course La Chispa's, and we qualified her. Karen for something that isn't beige. Again, happy belated birthday, and 12 points to I'm a Queen. This stream is for the diehards, and Groot is chilling with the regulars. What? I don't get it. Gente di Mare 27 just gave 12 points to Lucas Boone. Why don't I understand what you mean, Alipan? Am I stupid? Probably. Most definitely. You want to know what Dylan's voting for? I do. 8 points to Unana and 12 points to Baila Conmigo. We gonna dance all night. Anyway, Besame finished last in that voting. It did indeed. Yeah, because, we all saw what happened live with that, unfortunately. Togravus Eterum just gave 12 points to Artita de Llorar. Artita de Llorar. Blaine Lazarev is the next one to vote. We're almost halfway through the jury vote. 8 points to Eza Diva and 12 points to Loca por ti. Imagine Besame sung by someone who can actually sing it. Keep Carla as a songwriter, get her away from the mic. No, but like, I think I'll just mention Valdem gave 12 points to I'm a Queen. Okay. Now I will actually comment on that, Schnitzel. I think that the thing is what made it sound off is the fact that she was required to do all of that kind of work with the staging, you know? Like, there was so much choreography, and obviously she wasn't, you know, made for that. Like, I just imagine, like, if she just stood there and focused on just singing it, would it have sounded better? Probably. We won't know, but I don't think that's the problem. I think it's just, like, too big of an ambition, really. And that's probably what ruined it. But now I'm just guessing. Anyways, David gives 12 points to... Yeah, I'm not imitating the chorus of that song. I'll keep saying Artita de Llorar. Because, yeah, that's easier. How does she sing the chorus? Sana Mrs. Pava just gave 12 points to Raggio di Sole. It's still in last place though, but, you know. Anyway, Jake is up next. We're halfway through the jury vote. Jake gives 8 points to I'm a Queen and 12 points to Diva, 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 Diva. Senoir Internet with some lower points on the screen there. No movement. 8 points to Ooh Nana, Ooh Nana. Wrong key, but close enough. It's not like I'm having the key stuck in my head when I'm thinking about songs. VIP just got a 12 anyway. From what I've seen of her, she's actually a dancer as well, but she probably didn't train enough to sustain her vocals for the semi-final. That's a shame because the song is really good. The song is like my most played song of the national final season. I'm not even kidding. I'm obsessed with it. 12 points to I'm a Queen from not the Belarusian jury. Not like she was on key. Oh, you said it. You said it. Anyway, 12 points to Luca Porti here from D. Dot. Ivanik. Yeah, last time on the jury for the EMA 2025. Yeah, not too long ago. 8 points to Unana. And 12 points to VIP. She definitely was. I mean, early on maybe, but like during the choruses, there are so many flat notes that I can't even count them. I'm sorry, but like, and I get maybe that's stylistic. Like that's obviously a stylistic choice, probably. Weistrich just gave 12 more points to I'm a Queen, so we have a little bit of a battle at the top. But I gotta say, like that's probably a stylistic choice to sing like that. But the notes are flat. There's no denying about it. Proper Charlie gives 12 points to Luca Porti, so now we have a tie for third place between Artita de Llorar and Luca Porti. Mattia Letz with the lower points on screen right now. And 12 points to VIP. Poor Cecilia, you forgot her votes. Okay, I'll, yeah, sorry. Like, the thing is, when we're doing so many voting sessions, I miss some votes. Sorry. Jacob, voting next. I'll pay super much attention. 8 points to VIP. 12 points to Lucas Boone. He doesn't move anywhere, but he got a 12. Stylistic isn't the choice I'd use to describe her singing, but you do yogurt. I will do me, yes. It is a style. Tearflow here gives 12 points to Luca Porti, so now we have a new third placed song. As you see. Jason is the next one to vote. We got 8 points to Unana. Raggio di Sole is definitely like falling back quite a bit now. Another 12 for VIP. Could VIP actually win this? From not qualifying. Like that would be one for the ages, for sure. Senorita Salou, who's a queen in her world, says C. That's quite the name. We got 12 more points for Melömana. I wonder if La Casa was here, would it be winning? Probably, to be honest, right? Like La Casa, well, we don't know. We haven't seen the semifinal results, but La Casa was a big fan favorite for a lot of people when we watched the show. Still can't believe it didn't qualify, though. Here we go. Mawot and his Raggio di Sole just got a 12 from Famicom. The comeback is on. Max, will you help out with the comeback? Is it for a good cause? You are not helping out. Okay, Melody's comeback is on instead. A 12 for Esa Diva. Curtis Mart with the lower points going in there. We got 8 points to Lucas Bun. And we got 12 points to La Chispa. Up in third place again. La Chispa and Cuve are kind of having a little bit of a ding-dong going on there. Matthew ESC from Canada, oh Canada, gives 8. Oh, wow, you're voting for all the songs at the bottom here, Matthew. Wow. Okay, Luca Porti moved up one place, but yeah, that's quite an unfortunate little set of votes for you, Matthew. You disagree a lot with what the others here think. Declan the Dinosaur Egg will give 8 points to Esa Diva and 12 points to Ooh Nana, Ooh Nana. Next up is ESC Leos from Argentina with 8 points going to VIP and 12 points to Esa Diva. We have a tie for 5th place now, as you can see. Justice for David's song to be... Oh, David's... Okay, it's all I've played the last few days. I blame Groot for my new obsession. Yeah, Amor Barato was heavily overlooked, unfortunately, but we qualified it. Raggio di Sole just got another 12 from Krishna. Up on almost 100 now, as Random Mongolian. It's the next one to vote here. And Random Mongolian gives 12 points to Artita de Llorar, still in 4th, only 8 points behind Cuve. Next to vote is Mary no sabe donde buscar. In a parallel universe somewhere, I would be able to translate that. I know donde means where. 12 points to Artita de Llorar. Yes. 10 euros to go. Chippewa Valley Urbanist put Raggio di Sole into the 100 points club. So everyone's up there. And Loca Porti just got another 12 to put it in the top 3. Ricus Essa Possum with the lower points on the screen here. 8 points to Esa Diva and 12 points to Raggio di Sole. It's happening. It's happening. Just watch it. Whip. Watch it, nay nay. And watch Robin give 8 points to Artita de Llorar. So now we have a top 3 on a tie again. I'm a Queen is only just above them as well, and Esa Diva just got a 12. It's very close, actually. I didn't even realize we're actually this close. Like, separating... I mean, 2nd to 5th is 22 points now. ESC George gives 12 points to Te Escribo en el Cielo, who's also in the mix, kind of. We just have a very clear bottom 2 at the moment. More what? Is that a reference to Raggio di Sole? Could be. Could be. We got 8 points to Raggio di Sole. And we got 12 points to Lucas Bun. Mel has been getting blanked quite a few times in these last few votes. Yeah, she's definitely falling back. Loca Porti is only 4 points behind. Jay Sora, only 2 points to I'm a Queen there. She's falling back. She's now overtaken. Loca Porti up in 2nd place. And VIP with another 12. Next up, DK240996. Esa Diva moving 1 place there. 8 points to I'm a Queen, back up in 2nd. And 12 points to Artita de Llorar, back up in 4th. 3 jurors left. Elendil. 24th time on the jury. You're such a regular. Very, very well done. 8 points to Raggio di Sole. It's getting close at the bottom as well. And Loca Porti up in 2nd place again. 2 jurors to go. First of them, Jörn din Vän. And Jörn votes like this. No movement from those positions. So I'm a Queen, still in 3rd. Unana just got an 8 to kind of separate it from Raggio di Sole. And Loca Porti cementing a 2nd place in the jury vote. Because I'm a Queen can't catch it now, even though I'm going to give it a 12, because you know I will. And those are my other points here. You can see them on the screen there. You can see some Baila Conmigo hype, and even more hype for Mel Ömana. And those are the jury results at the moment. It's looking like this. And as you can see, actually, just like the Elect Islander said, there are only 72 points separating the top 6. So 6 songs are still in with a shot of winning this. It's still incredibly crazy to think that VIP did not qualify in our semi-final watch-alongs, considering it's leading. But yeah, who's winning this? Get your predictions in as I adjust my helmet here. I feel like whatever I do looks more and more like a hat. Anyway, subconsciously trying to get Groot to become a teacher in more languages. Yeah, that's not happening. Aber ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, vielleicht. Nicht so gut, aber ein bisschen. Stop it looks great. Well, that's where you're wrong. I'm actually, exciting things, well, maybe not exciting, but I'm actually doing a hair transplant this summer because I need to fix this. So if I'm streaming something in the summer, you might see me wearing hats instead of I think that probably would be the case, because I can't you know, I'm not gonna sit here being bald. That's not happening. Okay, anyway, we're going televote. I kind of go on a bunch of off-topic things. We're revealing the televote now. We're starting with Raggio di Sole, and the Raggio di Sole gets 174 televote points. Is that enough to overtake Unana in the battle for last place? Unana next up. How many points? 100. Okay, Raggio di Sole finished last. Well, as you see. Next up is Te Escribo en el Cielo, who gets 200 points. So it's up on 450. Yes, that's probably not... Yeah, that's not enough to win, of course. So 5 songs still in it. Esa Diva getting 258. Probably not enough either, you know. But it beats Lucas Bun, who's probably finishing 6th then, I would imagine, for sure. Artita de Llorar, how many points are we throwing that way? 316. That could be enough. It could be. I don't think it will be, but it could be enough. For sure. I'm a Queen next up. I'm a Queen needs 300 points to overtake. Gets 302, so just beating out Artita de Llorar up there. 588. I don't think that's going to be enough either. Loca por ti next up, of course. Loca por ti gets 280. So that one's out of it. It's so close at the top. Look at that. So it's either going to be I'm a Queen or VIP, which didn't even qualify. VIP needs 267 televote points. And VIP gets 292. It was closer than I thought it was going to be, but there you go. VIP is actually our winner. After not even qualifying in the semi-final, it is the song that we picked as a winner. And it's so close. Like, I would say... So the top 5 are separated by 100 points. And that happens after 125 people have been part of the voting. So that is quite mad, really. But these are the final standings. VIP is the Spanish song that we went for in this. Artita de Llorar won the televote at least. Did it? It probably did, right? Yeah, it did. Artita de Llorar, I'm a Queen, VIP, Loca por ti, Esa Diva, Te Escribo en el Cielo, Unana, and Raggio di Sole. That would be the televote ranking. And the jury ranking was VIP first, Loca por ti, I'm a Queen 3rd, and Artita de Llorar in 4th. So yeah, but in total, VIP is the winner. We're going to take a look at the full semi-final results. Yes, we will. I'll just first start off with taking a look at the 12-point summary. As you can see as well, 91 people... thank you, Katiko, for the subscription. Thank you. As you can see, Loca por ti got points from many people. 91, which is the second highest, of course, even though they only finished 4th. Okay, let's take a look at the 12-point summary. We have 25 12s to Artete de Llorar. So that was actually the song that got the most amount of 12s, which is interesting. I'm a Queen got 22, and you can see those there, mine included. And VIP with 20. Esa Diva with 17. Many of those, of course, in the televote here, as you can see. And Loca por Ti only with 14, even though Loca por Ti, of course, finished in the top 4. Te Escribo en Cielo with 13, and then Unana and Raggio di Sole both getting 7 each, which was indeed the lowest. Yes. Now let's take a look at the semifinals, of course. We're starting with semifinal 1, which looked like this. Me Gustas 2 was the song we've put in 5th here. The only qualifier in real life that we didn't put through was Unana. Maybe not surprising considering Unana finished 7th in our voting now. Me Gustas 2 was our 5th place, and it missed out on 50 points to Loca por Ti. That was the song that we put in 4th on 360 points. Not too far ahead of Loca por Ti here. In 3rd place, we got Amor Barato, who of course did not qualify in real life. That was the one change we did from real life, was Unana and Amor Barato switching. Then that means the top 2. In 2nd place we had Artita de Llorar on 428 points, so very safely sailing through here. But the winner with 50% of the maximum possible points from our semifinal 1 voting was Te Escribo en el Cielo, which is of course really interesting considering it only finished 6th now that we did our final voting. So things really change around quite a lot depending on, I mean, what collection of songs that it's competing in, which people vote, how things grow on you or fail to, what do you say? Like you say grow on you, and some things you can lose interest for some other things. Okay, anyway, you get what I mean. You can also take a look at the 12-point summary in the semifinal. We got 24 of them to Lucas Bunn up here, 20 of them to Artita de Llorar, 11 of them to Amor Barato, mine included. 9, I like this, La Abuela de Groot. Call us indecisive, yeah, absolutely. 9 12s to Reinas, must be devastated. I like Sonia, but no Selena. Okay. Loca por Ti with 7, and Me Gustas 2 with 7 there. Unana with 6, and Mala Feminista with only 2 there. And something a bit interesting here, Eliest. You gave 12 points to Me Gustas 2 in the semifinal, but you were very much hyping up Artita de Llorar here in the final voting. So I guess that one's grown on you. Next up, semifinal 2. We're moving on. Of course, Besame was last place here. I have a theory that some of these 12s came from people who voted before the show. Even though Besame is definitely my favorite song from this national final, it deserves to finish last place here for sure. And as you can see, VIP down here in 6th place. Raggio di Sole also in 7th here, but VIP in 6th place, tied with No Lo Ves still. But VIP is also a winner. So if we did like we did last year, when we picked the qualifiers and then we voted among just the songs that we qualified, VIP obviously wouldn't have won because we wouldn't even have put it in the final. 42 points ahead of VIP and No Lo Ves, we qualified Esa Diva. So yeah. You forgot to change my vote in semifinal 2, so you're correct about one of those 12 at least. Oh, I forgot to change. Okay. You forgot, Schnitzel. Okay, got it. Alright. The 3rd place, 404 points, so just above Esa Diva, was La Pena by De Teresa, which means that we either have La Casa or what song am I forgetting now? Oh, come on, don't do this to me. No, wait. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Wait. I'm a Queen. The song that I give 12 points to. I'm just like, okay, I forgot it. La Casa or I'm a Queen? Who won the 2nd semifinal? I'm a Queen in 2nd, which means that La Casa absolutely landslided this. So I think it's safe to say that if La Casa would have qualified, I don't think we would sit here with VIP as a winner now. Yeah, VIP was much stronger in the final, so it makes a lot of sense. I agree, it was a lot stronger in the final, but La Casa would have definitely won our voting if it made the final, I'm sure, because it's 202 points ahead of second place in the semi-final voting. So that's that. La Casa is good if you don't speak Spanish. Well, that's kind of... I mean, we don't have that many Spanish speakers in this community, I guess. So, it makes sense. Alright, let's take a look at the 12-point summary in the semifinal as well. We got all of the 12s for La Casa, 32 of them. Next to 13 for La Pena. And then 12 for I'm a Queen. 11 for No Lo Ves. 10 for Esa Diva. 9 for VIP. 8 for Besame. And 2 for Radio di Sole. And Elendil just sent me a super chat. Thank you very much, Elendil. I have no idea how much 1000 RSD is. It sounds like a lot though. Like 1000 sounds like a lot of something. I need to look this up. Thank you, Elendil. Amazing. Thank you so much. Very, very kind of you. Thank you for such an entertaining stream, Groot. Keep on the good work. It felt, in my head, it was a very, very strange stream. I'm not sure what to make of it. But I'll finish us off with saying that these are the final results, quite unexpectedly, let's just say, because of, the fact that we didn't qualify VIP. Oh, 98 Swedish crowns. Thank you very much, Elendil. That's very, very generous of you. Very generous. And yeah, that's when I vote for VIP, it NQs, and when I don't, it wins. It works like that, I guess. Crowdfunding the hair job. I haven't paid for that yet. I don't know what it's gonna cost. I'm just going on a free what's it called, checkup. Like we're gonna look at it and discuss it, and then I can book a time for it in summer. But no, everything that you all like. For some reason, a lot of people are very generous with their money and send it to me. I save all of it in a special account, and I only take from that account really when I invest in equipment. So as you can see, the light that you can't see the light, but I have a light in front of me now, so the lighting is hopefully better in the streams now and in the videos. So that's been paid by you. My camera has been paid by you. My microphone has been paid by you. And I think that's kind of it. And then there's a lot of money left on there. So thank you everyone for sending in so much money to, like, it's very, very nice of you. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I think that's got to be everything for tonight. Obviously, now before I leave you, there is the fact of the matter that Malta are hosting some semifinals tomorrow, or one semifinal tomorrow and one on Thursday. I still have not made a tier list video for Malta. I felt like I should, but I haven't. And I feel like I'm kind of new costumes. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I should buy that, huh? A good one. Okay. All right. I should have seen that one coming, really. But yeah, anyway, I really haven't prepared too much on the of my tier list for Malta, and I work tomorrow, so I'm not really sure how I'm gonna be able to pull that off. Do you want a watch along for Malta tomorrow? Let me know. Like I don't want to watch it if like I'm gonna be here with 10 people basically. Is everyone watching Malta's national final tomorrow? Let me know if there's any interest for it, because then I will stream it. But I'm not sure if I can get a tier list up in time before the. Maybe I can just do. Yeah, I can do the tier list after the semifinals when we have a final. Like, how many songs will be in the final? Someone surely knows, right? Let's just dive in tomorrow evening. Yeah, I mean, I will stream them if people want to watch it, for sure. But how many 12 in the final? Okay, that's better than 16. Someone says, is it 12 or 16? Because then I'll just make a tier list after when we have a final lineup. Because 24 songs is a lot to talk about. I'll just say that. And then, of course, Serbia is coming around. And Serbia have like 30 songs, which is just... Yeah. It's 16 in the final. Okay. I'm not watching it if you're not streaming it. Like, that's just crazy to me. Like, if I'm streaming it, people end up watching it. It's it's crazy to me to think like that's how it works. But okay, let's watch it tomorrow. We're watching Malta's semifinal 1. Let's actually take a look at. Just give me a second. This stream kind of becomes a little bit of extra now. Hopefully you don't mind. Like everything voting related is done, so if you want to leave, that's completely fine. Thank you for joining me. I'm now just checking. Malta semifinal 1. Let's see who is participating tomorrow. So we got Mark Anthony Bartolo, who of course got very mad at me last year when I criticized his song. We got Te Amo, we got Silence, we got Heaven Sent, we got Control, Wildflower, Still I Rise, Festa, No Time for Siesta, just brilliant name really. Kalb Makalb, Whistleblower, Juno, and Aziza. Okay. I'm not super familiar, like I'm not so familiar with all of the songs, of course. However, I have a favorite. I actually have 2, and I just see now that both of them are in the second semifinal. However, maybe I have more. I just haven't listened to the songs enough times, really. So yeah, excited to watch this tomorrow. I guess I'll have a clearer opinion in my mind as well when I've seen the performances. So that's good, you know. I will spam the silence, snapped the fat controller meme on silent. What? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it, but still. Malta is always fun, all those wedding adverts. Oh yeah. I've never watched Malta's national final live. Like, did they have them in the middle of the week last year? Of course, I remember when we listened to the songs for the first time last year, because they had these auditions so early on. Like, I don't remember what month it was. Maybe like October? Like in 2023, when they first had auditions, and we watched all of the songs like that. And we did like tier lists where you could vote where they would end up. And then we got a bunch of visits midstream from artists participating in the national final. Like that's like almost 1.5 years ago now. It's time just flies, you know. All right. I'm out for dinner, missing all shows. We'll rewatch on Wednesday. David, how can you not prioritize your own country's national final? Come on. I mean, have fun, of course, for dinner, but you know, out of every national final to miss, huh? Groot has never watched Thomas and Friends then, so it's alright if you don't know it. Is that Thomas the Tank Engine, or what are we talking about? I've never watched it indeed. I just know what it is. Where did he get mad at you? Mark Anthony Bartolo? I don't remember. Maybe he didn't get mad at me. I think he got mad at people in the chat who were like not holding back at what they thought about his song. Sometimes I try to be like a bit kind when I talk about music. Sometimes I can't help myself, but I try to be a little bit kind and not be super harsh. But I think there were maybe some provocative things said in the chat. I'm not sure. He got very upset anyway. I remember that much. We had one artist join the stream. Yeah, we had him, and we had Dan, who sang Barracks, who was really, really kind and sweet about it, even though people kind of critical about his song as well, but he was still sweet about it. So yeah, dinner is more important than Festa, no time for siesta. Like, what a name. Seriously, Festa, no time for siesta. Voting for it just for the name. Should we call it a night? I think we should. It's almost 10 p.m. Well, good night, everybody, I guess. Have a good one. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Take care of yourselves, and see you tomorrow then. Good night.